BYU versus Texas Tech, number 8 BYU and number 9. Texas Tech collide in a Big 12 showdown with real playoff weight behind it. BYU enters undefeated at 8-0, sitting atop the conference at 5-0, while Texas Tech lurks just behind at 8-1 and 5-1. The matchup predictor tilts toward the Red Raiders at 60.9%, but this one feels anything but certain. In Lubbock, under the glare of a sold-out Jones AT&T Stadium, the stakes are massive. Big 12 supremacy, national recognition, and a direct line to the postseason. BYU's offense runs through quarterback Bear Bachmeier, who's thrown for 1,693 yards with 11 touchdowns against only 3 picks. He's steady, efficient, and thrives off play action. Running back LJ Martin has powered the ground attack with 789 yards on 132 carries, averaging a bruising 6.0 per tote and finding the end zone 5 times. Chase Roberts headlines the receiving corps with 591 yards and 4 scores, giving Bachmeier a reliable deep threat. Defensively, linebacker F. Satuasa anchors the unit with 53 tackles, while Jay Kelly brings the pressure with 5 sacks. The Cougars play physical, assignment-sound football, and that steadiness has kept them unbeaten. Texas Tech, though, counters with one of the most balanced units in the country. Quarterback Baron Morton has been sensational. 1,750 yards, 15 touchdowns, and a 67.9% completion rate. Running back Cameron Dickey has bulldozed for 746 yards and 10 touchdowns, while wideout Caleb Douglas adds 594 receiving yards and 4 scores. On defense, Jacob Rodriguez leads the Red Raiders with 74 tackles, while D. Bailey terrorizes quarterbacks with 11.5 sacks. That front 7 attacks relentlessly, collapsing pockets and forcing hurried throws. The matchup hinges on BYU's disciplined defense versus Tech's relentless tempo and explosive passing game that rarely takes a snap off. Both teams are streaking. BYU's last 5 include wins over Utah, Arizona, and West Virginia, all by narrow yet controlled margins. Their defense has tightened late, closing games with composure and clock control. Texas Tech, meanwhile, is rolling. 5 straight victories, including a 43-20 rout of Kansas State and a 35-11 demolition of Houston. Their offense is peaking, averaging more than 34 points over that stretch, and their defense is forcing timely turnovers. This is a clash of style and pace. BYU's efficiency against Tech's chaos, where the Red Raiders thrive on tempo, unpredictability, and explosive momentum swings that can overwhelm opponents before they settle into rhythm, making every possession a potential statement play. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Texas Tech winner. Quarterback play will decide this one. Bachmeier is calm under fire, completing over 62% of his passes with a 145.4 rating. Morton, by contrast, brings flash and precision, 170.4 rating, a quicker release, and better protection. Morton's aggression could test BYU's secondary, which has just 3 interceptions this season. If Bachmeier can sustain long drives and limit mistakes, BYU can keep pace. But if Morton dictates rhythm early, Tech's home crowd could turn this into a runaway. In the trenches, BYU's front 7 must contain Dickey's burst and pressure Morton without overcommitting. Expect BYU to lean on Martin's ground consistency to control tempo, while Tech spreads the field with Douglas and Reggie Virgil stretching coverage. Coaching adjustments and situational discipline will be crucial. Tech wants to speed the game up. BYU wants to drag it into the mud. Momentum, third down execution, and red zone conversion will separate the contenders from pretenders in this late-season duel. Morton's sharp execution and Dickey's finishing touch give the Red Raiders the slight edge. BYU's defense battles with heart, but Texas Tech's home field energy, balance, and poise under pressure make the difference in another signature Lubbock thriller. Prediction: total pick for this match is over 47.5. Georgia versus Mississippi State, number 5. Georgia rolls into Starkville carrying a 7-1 record and a fierce determination to stay alive in the SEC title hunt. Mississippi State, sitting at 5-4 overall but just 1-4 in conference play, hosts this all-Bulldog battle with pride and upset ambitions. The odds lean sharply toward Georgia, 79% to 21%, but in the cauldron of Davis-Wade Stadium, anything can happen when momentum turns. Georgia's identity remains its balance and efficiency. Quarterback Gunnar Stockton has thrown for 1,776 yards, completing over 70% of his passes with 12 touchdowns to only 2 picks. Running back Chauncey Bowens pounds out 446 yards on the ground at 5.6 per carry, while Zachariah Branch leads the receiving corps with 474 yards and a pair of scores. Defensively, linebacker C.J. Allen headlines the group with 69 tackles and 3 sacks, while Ellis Robinson anchors the secondary with 2 interceptions. Across the line, Georgia averages over 370 total yards per game with precision, discipline, and poise, consistently wearing down opponents through balanced execution and clock management that amplifies their defensive dominance and keeps pressure mounting from start to finish. Mississippi State's offense brings more raw yardage but far less consistency. Blake Shapen has racked up 2,148 passing yards with 15 touchdowns, but his 6 interceptions and pressure sensitivity have stifled drives. Running back Ruff Bothwell leads with 490 yards and 6 rushing touchdowns, while Brennan Thompson has been explosive through the air, posting 716 yards on 41 catches, a remarkable 17.5 yards per grab. Safety Jaron Manning commands the defense with 64 tackles, and Brylan Lanier's 3 interceptions have been bright spots in an otherwise uneven unit. Their strength lies in big play potential, but defensive lapses and turnover issues remain glaring. The recent trends couldn't be clearer. Georgia has won 4 of its last 5, taking down Florida 24-20 and Ole Miss 43-35 in grinding physical showdowns. The lone blemish came in a narrow loss to Alabama. Mississippi State, meanwhile, is fresh off a 38-35 shootout win over Arkansas, but dropped 3 straight before that, including heartbreakers to Texas and Florida. Georgia's defense has tightened when it matters. Mississippi State's has wilted late. Those late-game swings tell the story. One team closes, the other chases. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Georgia winner. Quarterback play will define this matchup. Stockton's 70% completion rate and command under pressure contrast sharply with Shapen's gunslinger mentality. Shapen averages 8.4 yards per attempt, a testament to his deep ball, but Georgia's disciplined secondary will challenge every risk. Stockton, meanwhile, operates like a surgeon, steady, efficient, and methodical. Expect Georgia's passing rhythm to dictate the tempo early and often, setting up Bowen's ground control to chew the clock and frustrate the home crowd. In the trenches, Georgia's front 7 will be relentless against a Mississippi State line that's yielded too many pressures. Bothwell's power running meets a defense that's given up few explosive plays. If Georgia limits early down success, the State offense could stall into 3rd and longs, exactly where the Bulldogs from Athens thrive. The X factor? Georgia's linebackers closing the gap on Shapen's rollout plays, and Branch creating chunk gains after the catch. If Mississippi State can steal a possession or two, it may briefly tilt the balance. But Georgia's efficiency and red zone execution have proven decisive all season. Georgia's precision, depth, and defensive discipline carry the day. Another methodical step toward the playoff push. Expect a statement win that reminds the SEC who still runs the Bulldog Kingdom. Prediction. Total pick for this match is under 60. Oregon versus Iowa. The stage is set in Iowa City as number 9 Oregon storms into Kinnick Stadium to face number 20 Iowa. A clash that could shape the college football playoff race and redefine the Big Ten West. Oregon sits at 7-1 overall, 4-1 in conference play, while Iowa mirrors that mark at 7-1, 6-2, and 4-1. The visiting Ducks carry a 70% win probability, but history warns ranked teams don't waltz out of Kinnick unscathed. This is a collision of style, will, and playoff survival. Oregon's identity is built on balance and burst. Quarterback Dante Moore has thrown for 1,772 yards with 19 touchdowns to just 4 interceptions, commanding a unit averaging nearly 9 yards per attempt. Noah Whittington's 433 rushing yards come at a sizzling 8.5 per carry, while wideout Decorian Moore has hauled in 443 yards and 3 scores, stretching defenses deep. On defense, linebacker Bryce Bocher leads with 63 tackles, and pass rusher Masen Uyagalelei anchors the front with 4 sacks. Iowa counters with a more methodical approach. Quarterback Mark Gronowski managing 946 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 4 picks. Running back Kamari Moulton's 435 yards drive the ground game, while Sam Phillips leads receivers with 204 yards. Linebacker Carson Sherrar, 46 tackles, and defensive back Zach Lutmer, 2 interceptions, headline a defense known for discipline and grit. The matchup is pure contrast. Oregon's vertical tempo versus Iowa's trench-driven physicality. Momentum favors the Ducks. They've won 4 of their last 5, highlighted by a 56-10 demolition of Rutgers and a tight 21-7 victory over Wisconsin. Their lone stumble, a 30-20 loss to Indiana, only sharpened their resolve. Iowa, meanwhile, has steadied after early inconsistency, taking 3 straight, including a statement 41-3 rout of Minnesota. Both teams are trending up, but Oregon's offense has found another gear, while Iowa's points per game still hover near pedestrian levels. Oregon has averaged over 35 points in that stretch, outgaining opponents by nearly 150 yards per game, while Iowa continues to grind out wins behind defense and field position. Yet the difference in explosiveness can't be ignored. Oregon thrives on tempo, balance, and chunk plays that flip the field in seconds, while Iowa relies on patience, turnovers, and a disciplined front 7 to stay competitive against faster, flashier teams. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Oregon winner, under center. The duel defines the drama. Dante Moore is surgical, completing over 71% of his throws with poise under pressure. He's the prototype of rhythm and confidence, a quarterback who punishes coverage breakdowns instantly. Gronowski, by contrast, is a grinder, mobile, resilient, capable of manufacturing plays when pockets collapse. Yet his 64% completion rate and modest 5.7 yards per attempt reveal a conservative design. In this matchup, precision meets patience. Iowa's defense must disrupt more early, collapsing lanes and forcing 3rd and longs. Oregon's speed on the edges, especially through Decorian Moore and Karen Sadiq, threatens to stretch Iowa's zone beyond its breaking point. Expect the Ducks to test linebackers with play action and screen variations. On the flip side, Iowa's power run game aims to slow the clock and keep Oregon's offense watching from the sideline. If Boecher and Uyagalelei seal the gaps, the Ducks will dictate tempo. The X factor might be Oregon's versatility, their ability to turn broken plays into explosive moments, something Iowa has struggled to contain this season. The Ducks' offensive versatility, depth at skill positions, and sharper passing game prove decisive. Iowa will battle with heart and home field edge, but Oregon's balance and composure under pressure lift them closer to playoff contention, another step in their march toward the Big Ten title. Prediction: total pick for this match is over 37.5. Syracuse versus Miami. The stakes are clear in South Florida. Number 10 Miami, 6-2, 2-2 ACC, returns home looking to solidify its top 10 status and regain ground in the conference race, while Syracuse, 3-6, 1-5, arrives desperate to salvage momentum in a spiraling season. The odds tilt heavily toward the Hurricanes. over 96% in their favor, setting the stage for a clash between a contender seeking precision and a spoiler playing for pride. At Hard Rock Stadium, it's power versus persistence under the bright November glare. Miami's balance on both sides of the ball is its calling card. Quarterback Carson Beck has thrown for 1,947 yards, completing over 72% of his passes with 14 touchdowns and just 9 picks. Mark Fletcher Jr. powers the ground game with 636 rushing yards and 9 scores, while Malachi Toney leads a deep receiving corps with 632 yards and 3 touchdowns. On defense, Keontra Scott and Bryce Fitzgerald headline a disciplined unit with 42 tackles and 3 interceptions apiece. Syracuse leans on quarterback Steve Angeli, who's totaled 1,317 passing yards and 14 touchdowns, supported by Yasir Willis's 495 rushing yards and Jonte Cook's 501 receiving yards. The Orange defense, anchored by Antoine Delaurier's 46 tackles and Damian Kerr's 3 interceptions, faces its toughest test of the year against Miami's speed and efficiency. The defining matchup: Miami's high-precision passing game versus Syracuse's vulnerable secondary, where discipline in coverage and communication breakdowns could determine whether the Orange hang close or get overwhelmed by explosive plays downfield. Momentum? Miami has it. Despite a shocking overtime loss to SMU last week, the Hurricanes had won 4 straight before that, including a 42-7 demolition of Stanford and a commanding 26-7 victory over Florida. Syracuse, meanwhile, is reeling from 5 straight defeats. Blowouts to UNC, Georgia Tech, and Duke have exposed both inconsistency and fatigue. The Orange have allowed 30-plus points in 4 straight, while Miami's offense continues to hum even against top-tier defenses. With a dynamic quarterback leading a balanced attack and a defense built to pressure early and often, the Hurricanes look primed to bounce back in dominant fashion against a Syracuse squad searching for answers and rhythm on both sides of the ball. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Miami winner. At quarterback, the contrast is sharp. Beck is a clinical operator. 174 completions on 240 attempts, a 72.5% clip that ranks among the elite. His deep ball control, 61-yard long, 8.1 yards per attempt, and composure in the pocket make him the heartbeat of this attack. Angeli, though tough and creative, has been less efficient. A 56.8% completion rate and 10 interceptions show the growing pains of a young signal caller under pressure. His arm can flash brilliance, but turnovers often erase progress. Beck thrives on structure. Angeli thrives on chaos. Saturday will reveal whose style survives the heat. This game will come down to tempo and trench warfare. Miami's offensive line has protected Beck masterfully, giving Fletcher room to burst between the tackles. Syracuse's front, led by K. Jabadi Jr., 5 sacks, must find ways to collapse the pocket and disrupt rhythm early. Defensively, Miami's secondary has been opportunistic, turning errant throws into game-shifting turnovers. If Syracuse can't sustain drives, time of possession will tilt, and the scoreline could follow swiftly. Miami's defense has allowed just 18.2 points per game in its wins, a testament to its ability to control pace and punish mistakes. The Hurricanes rebound with a statement win at home, leaning on Beck's precision and Fletcher's balance. Syracuse fights but fades under relentless pressure. Miami's depth, discipline, and control seal another step toward ACC prominence. Prediction: total pick for this match is over 41.5. California versus Louisville, it's an ACC clash with weight and urgency written all over it. The California Golden Bears roll in at 5-4 overall, 2-3 in conference play, a team teetering between bowl relevance and frustration. On the other sideline, the number. 16 Louisville Cardinals stand tall at 7-1, 4-1 in the ACC, in the thick of the title chase and fighting to stay in the national picture. The numbers say this matchup tilts sharply toward Louisville. Over 90% confidence. but Cal's resilience and explosive quarterback play make this far from a foregone conclusion. Both offenses can move the ball, but in contrasting ways. Cal leans on quarterback Jaron Keawe Sagapolu-Tele, who's thrown for 2,195 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 9 picks while completing 59% of his passes. Running back Kendrick Raphael grinds out 612 yards and 10 scores, giving Cal balance. Jacob De Jesus headlines the receiving corps with 541 yards and 3 touchdowns, while Cade Uluave and Hezekiah Masses anchor the defense with 81 tackles and 4 interceptions, respectively. Louisville brings power and precision. Quarterback Miller Moss has 1,929 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. Running back Isaac Brown has erupted for 782 yards at 8.6 per carry. And Chris Bell stretches defenses with 743 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns. On defense, linebacker T.J. Quinn leads with 59 tackles, while Antonio Watts has 3 picks to his name. The heart of this game? Cal's pass-heavy rhythm colliding with Louisville's bruising ground and pound. Momentum couldn't be clearer. Cal has stumbled in 2 of its last 3, falling 31-21 to Virginia and 42-34 in overtime to Virginia Tech, though they did edge UNC and Boston College earlier. Louisville, meanwhile, is surging. 4 straight wins, capped by a 28-16 victory over Virginia Tech and a 38-24 takedown of Boston College, have them rolling into November with confidence and rhythm. Louisville's balanced offense and sharp red zone execution have made them look playoff ready, while Cal's defense has slipped, allowing 30-plus points in 3 of their last 5. To compete, Cal must regain the early season toughness that defined their success. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Louisville winner. Quarterback play defines everything here. Sagapolu-Tele is volume-driven, 328 attempts already, and his ability to push the ball downfield keeps Cal competitive even when the run game stalls. But Moss is cleaner, calmer, and deadlier in structure, completing 65% of his passes and producing explosive plays off play action. He's been sacked 16 times, yet his pocket composure and decision-making keep drives alive. The edge belongs to Moss, whose efficiency and control under pressure have turned tight contests into statement wins. Both quarterbacks will need to navigate high-pressure situations, but Moss's supporting cast, especially Bell and Brown, provides more reliability on 3rd down and in the red zone. In the trenches, Louisville's running game and defensive front create separation. Brown's combination of burst and vision punishes lighter defensive boxes, while Quinn and company close space quickly on the 2nd level. Cal's secondary will need to gamble to slow Bell, but that leaves space for Louisville's tight ends to feast underneath. Unless Raphael can control tempo on the ground, Cal risks chasing points early. And against this Louisville defense, that's a dangerous game. Louisville's balanced attack, paired with their defensive physicality, feels tailor-made for November football. Prediction: Louisville 34, California 20. The Cardinals' balance and defensive discipline win out. Cal fights with heart, but Louisville's pace, efficiency, and home field energy prove too much to overcome. The Cardinals stay hot, and the Golden Bears, despite flashes of brilliance, walk away knowing how narrow the ACC's elite margin truly is. Prediction: total pick for this match is over 44.5.